is here to celebrate one day. We have our ups and downs, but when there's love, there's always a way. And oh, this time of year, we come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. This year I'll think about how I'm so lucky to have a place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my way. We'll put our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day.
Welcome back to the another morning skate show with your hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy, directly from the booth. Yes, it's 12 o'clock. What's going on, Coach? We tried this week to start at 12 o'clock during the week and see if it's better at 12 versus 11 o'clock. If we can reach more people, can participate, listening us. I think as living in the Florida, it's a Eastern time, so it's a lunch time for most of the people in the Eastern, so we decide to go that way. Plus, I'm alone usually now at 11 o'clock in the morning, so why not try at 12 o'clock and see what's happening. But first of all, we have to welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. First of all, we have to go all the way to the somewhere, somehow, dans la belle province de Québec. Michael Robinstein in the house. The number one fans of the Philadelphia Flyers. I don't know if he's smiling or crying, but I know he's back in the house. Michael Frederic. Directly from Westmount and Montreal Island, Canadian Giant. Normally, he loved the Rangers. I don't know if it's the Texas Rangers or the New York Rangers, but I'm sure he's loved the New York because he's a fan of the New York Yankees. So we talk about the New York Rangers. They are doing well. Mr. BC back in the house. We miss you, buddy. Michael is always smiling. You have to with the flowers. You have to keep smiling. But I cannot tease you because my Montreal Canadiens not looking good. So I cannot do anything about that. Welcome from Finland, Moro Moy, Mr. Villy O in the house this morning. Is it that's it? Is it nobody else in the house? Do I miss someone? I don't know. If I miss someone, here we go. Directly from l'île Perrault, juste à côté de Canadian Giant. Welcome back, Mr. Richard Moreland. Thanks again to join us today. We have a busy morning. We have a 4 game to review. Then we have a couple of games tonight. But we're not going to talk about this. We're going to talk about all the news around the league. And then also I'm going to talk about the top 25 defensemen in NHL, about something analytic, everything like that I can teach to you. You can realize if one of you players, your favorite team is at the top best with defensemen on the entry zone, on the pass, from the middle, everything like that, is carry on the puck, everything like that. And then you're going to have at the end the 25 top overall defenseman in NHL about the puck movement, everything like that. So I'm going to go that one. Coach, I have a Christmas light. Yes, I put on my Christmas light. My tree's coming very soon, but my lights are on already for Christmas. Why not starting with that one over there? Yeah, move tenant in the house. By the way, if you don't miss my post-game video, I just put 3 hours ago. You can watching what I'm thinking about the Montreal Canadiens, the game yesterday, and then also the next 30 minutes at the end of the show. You're going to see my power ranking weekly. Usually we do a Monday, but because we have the Montreal Canadiens yesterday, I pushed back for this morning. So you're going to get that video out the next couple of minutes, maybe 1 hour. And then at 5 o'clock p.m., we are back with Inner Tap. Inner Tap is going to collaborate with us tonight for the warm-up show at 5 o'clock. And then what you do, Coach? I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm doing a live stream game. I follow the Washington, Florida, the Tampa Bay play, or I wait until 9 o'clock to do my the power play show. I'm going to decide afternoon what game I'm going to do or not. Never mind, Marcel said nothing happening in Philadelphia. Oh, well, I don't think so. Nothing happened, Michael, over there. I don't think it would be a big over there. Other fact like the inconsistency, Michael. I think they really miss Ryan Ellis over there. I think that's the biggest, problem they have. And also they cannot score. They miss also Kevin Hayes. They start very well the season, but I don't know. Farabee is really don't do well over there. And they have to find a way to get there at that level. I think they have a good team. I think Carter Hart is doing well. The goaltending is pretty good so far. It's just they cannot score a lot of goals. That's a problem about that. Directly from Moncton, New Brunswick, we said Johnny Golden. We know already what happened yesterday with the Montreal Canadiens. You already know about Bergevin, Timmins, and Paul Wilson out. And now we have also hired the new chief in the house or in the town. Mr. Jeff Gordon is going to be with the Montreal Canadiens a minimum of 5 to 6 years. I believe that's the contract he got for the Montreal Canadiens. It will be interesting about the GM, who is going to become the next GM for the Montreal Canadiens. We talk about Patrick Roy said this morning he's already created some media, social media advertising. Already said, yes, I can do that. I have no problem to do that. It's an easy job. I don't see what is a big problem with the GM and Montreal Canadiens. So already people mentioned about that one there. Vincent D'Anfos refused to become a GM with the Montreal Canadiens. He doesn't want to have the job. So you have a couple of people starting to mention if they are interested or not. And who is going to be, you believe, the GM. You can put this in the chat, what you believe is going to be about that one over there. Hello, Happy Anakin, by the way. Thanks, Johnny. Yes, we mentioned this Sunday about that one over there. Now the picture is gone, so I cannot wish you an happy Hanukkah. Or then I can tell you that about that, Michael. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be awesome. That's what happening about the situation over there. I'm going to turn off the lights because, I feel like I'm still in the middle of something. By the way, we have this little kid over there. The flipper in the house. But now we have a couple of new people who's going to join me during the Christmas time. We have the Rudolph who's going to appear, and then we're going to bring also Santa Claus going to jump in with us a couple of times on the year. So I don't feel alone anymore because Michael Dividend is not with me anymore. So I feel like I need some people with me. So I bring the Santa Claus and the Rudolph to come back about that. So not what please Richard Mullen said about him. That's what the rumors said about. Let's dive in here. I'm going to get here. I'm going to turn off the lights here. That'll be better. And I'm going to get you a couple of information about what's going on. I thought maybe Enota will be there, so I have a question for you. Is that center and Enota look the same? All right. We do at the beginning of the show, we give you a couple pictures to figure out who is this, who are they? And the first one here is who is this goaltender for the San Jose Sharks, number 30 in the 1990s? Who do you believe is this goaltender about that? Usually I ask this question to Enotap, but he's not here this morning. So maybe Johnny Golden or maybe Michael Rosbenstein. Yamo said Irby. No, Irby was wearing number 20. But it is a good one. Maybe someone can pick it up. We're going to wait a little bit. Anybody want to figure out who is this little goaltender for? Or maybe Yarmo Millis. Yarmo Millis, no. Arthur Irby said also Michael Robinson, no. Oops. Michael. Anybody knows what's going on with this guy? I'll give you about 10 seconds more. Anybody want to take a chance? By the way, that goaltender, guys, he was goaltender with the Montreal Canadiens at some point. That's the first tip you can hear. He was with the Montreal Canadiens at some point, goaltender. And he was also with Chicago Blackhawks. But it's not near me. It's not Brian Hayward. First name is Jeff. That's the last one, but you're from the Hall of Fame now, you're the rookie. Near me, no. His first name is Jeff. Anybody knows? What? Jeff. All right, I will give it to you guys. Is Jeff Hackett, Hawkett. Jeff Hackett was a good year in NHL for many years. Won the Chicago, won with Toronto, with Montreal Canadiens and San Jose Sharks. So Jeff Hackett is the goaltender of that picture over there. Here we go. 951 got it. Michael Robinson got it. Congratulations about that one over there. That's a good one. Another difficult one. This is his birthday today. That's the reason we got this picture. It's not easy one. He played with the Detroit Red Wings at some point. With the Detroit Red Wings, he was wearing number 14. Hello, in our tap 951. He just turned 61 years old, by the way. Long time ago. Anybody know this one? I will give you one more time. In our tap, long time ago. His first name is Dave. Don't forget to click on the likes. That'd be awesome. First name is Dave. Just turned 61 today. By the way, Jason Pominville is at his birthday today, turned 39. And Kirk Gill, or Gile, turned 63. All right. Dave, first name. Last name start with a B. You know, if we have like 600 people, maybe we're going to have the great answer, but only 10. Dave Keon, no, it's Dave Barr, B-A-R-R. Dave Barr, play with the Detroit Red Wings, everything like that. So I just want to mention to you about that one over there. Dave Barr is the answer about that one. Dave Brown, the Canadian Journal, no, my brain still CP, 951, it's all right, no big deal. Bad news for the Boston. First of all, Mr. Cassidy, he just got a COVID-19, so Cassidy should be out at that moment. Yeah, Canadian Journal said Barr, exactly about that one over there. So Cassidy, COVID-19 for the Boston Bruins, the coach is going to be out. I was going to say Tippett, Dave Tippett. Play with this one over there. Wow, yes, Jack Hughes is going to be back in the lineup, finally, with the New Jersey Devils. I watched him practice this morning. He was flying on the ice, guys. He was unbelievable on the ice today. So Jack Hughes is on the ice this morning about that one over there. Cassidy, yes, send in our tab, brother. In our type, you're missing Mr. Michael Robinson. Use on my fantasy finale. You're going to pay off for that one over there. Next one I want to talk about this is Nathan MacKinnon back in the lineup tonight. Nathan MacKinnon is back with the lineup tonight for the Colorado. Not tonight, tomorrow night. Play against Toronto. So MacKinnon will be back with the Colorado Avalanche. So that's a great plus for them to have him aboard for the upcoming game about that one over there. I'm missing one. I'm missing Brett Marchand, got suspended for 3 games, by the way. So that's happening about that one. Hi, Michael Robinson. You should be killing this old-timer recognized quiz. You is trop fragile, Face said. Welcome aboard, Face. About that one over there. So in our tap, like we celebrate Christmas this morning. We're starting to celebrate Christmas, and we want to mention to you we have here we go. We have Santa Claus with me in the morning, and Mr. Michael Robinson said that's in our tap. Right there. Mr. Eagle Frank Sport in the house. Quel est ton joueur actif favori? Actif favori. McDavid pour l'instant. McDavid, Trusserl is the latest. Love it about that one over there. Yes, we love it for sure about that. There's in our tab again, you can tell by the red nose. Happy Hanukkah as well. Everybody said that to Michael Robinson. Happy Hanukkah to you about that. Mr. Eagle, how you doing? Are you ready to do your game tonight? The Tampa Bay Lightnings, my friend. By the way, 4 games yesterday. Let's start with the Montreal Canadiens last game. Quel est le meilleur défenseur actually? We're going to talk about this the next couple of minutes. Face about the best defenseman. We have a couple of stats about that one over there. Let's dive in right away before we talk about the game tonight. Every time that you want to talk about this, guys, I have a couple of stats I want to show to you. The D zone best puck mover and defensive zone. The one carry on the puck the best way over there. Give us some more old-timer picture, coach. So we have Alex Petrangelo, the best puck mover on the defensive zone. We have Roman Uzi. Then we have Carlson. Jordan Rostiel for the Phoenix Coyotes. We don't hear a lot about him. The best puck mover. We have Karel Vejmelka. We have Morgan Riley, Justin Falk. We have Miro Heiskanen, Gustav Forsling. We have Dimitri Orlov, Charlie McAvoy, and Shane Kostis-Behere. We have Matt Kretschik, Torrey Crook, Christopher Deneuve, Colton Perico, and Thomas Chabot, Klember, Girard, Dermott, Fox. So this, what is the best mover defensive zone? It's how you move up on the moving the puck all the way out of the zone. You're welcome, buddy. About that one over there. So what happening about this guy? I'm going to give you the exit, pass, exit. All right, a carry on, exit. But it's more about the exit volume, pass, exit. You can see Heiskanen, number 1 in NHL with Carlson, Petrangelo, Forsling. You have Raleigh, Chabot, Uzi, McCall, Klimberg. Stetcher for Detroit, impressive about that one over there. Mackenzie Wegar is at 12.0. You can see all the way the name at the bottom. Curious how they can stay puck mover. Funny about the list is you do not see any more from the Bulls on that list over there. Edmund is at the bottom right now, maybe the 23, 24 at 12.3. So that's also the one with the most moving puck, right? So carrying exit and also on the pass exit. The exit more with efficiency. So as you can see right now, the pass exit, the percentage, look about Petrangelo and also the carry exit by Petrangelo. You can see that list all the way to the bottom over there. That's pretty amazing. When we do a lot of analytic stuff, I'm getting a lot of different stats, and for me, that's very important. Think about guys, Brett Kulak. Nobody talk about Brett Kulak so far. Look, Bushkin. You can see Arizona guy has a lot of young defensemen, can move the puck very well on the defensive side about that one over there. So you can see a piece of puzzle. Rand Ellis before with Nashville, now with Philadelphia, one of the best over there. So you can see it's one percentage. All the best are good skater. Pedro is better on my car. And not really. It depends the percentage, everything like that. So it's fun area. This is really from the defensive zone to go all the way to the pass to the neutral zone, everything like that. So it's fun thing. They're not skating the puck at that moment. They just pass the puck on that moment. Now the mover on the neutral zone right now. The best mover on the neutral zone. That's the one now you're moving the puck more. That's what you have to skate more with the puck at that moment. Now you can see Huzi, Carlson, Mekar, Olav, Liddy, Petrangelo, Zeverinson, Dallin, Hughes, Heiskanen, Theodore, Sekachev, Girard, Edmund, Petrie, Klenberg, Raleigh, Bogvis, Nurse, Crook, Raleigh, Ekblad, McAvoy, Chabot, and Forsling. So you can see where they are great, carry on the puck from the neutral zone and keep the puck with them. And the percentage is right there about who they are, everything like that. So you can see the entry volume now from the neutral zone. They go from the inside the zone on the offensive side. So it's all accumulate the number together. It makes sense. So it's not only the black part, but it both together. Like Uzi, it can run about 16.6. Then you have 14 by Carlson. You get that list all the way to the bottom over there. So that's show you it's fun thing about that. Cole, tell them all what the team lead the league for the defenseman. Point. In that, no maker is better. Go tell them all what team lead the league. Yeah, is the Minnesota Wild. By the way, they have the most point in the league this season. Then you can that entrance now on the offensive side, the efficiency of each one, like Severson, Hughes, Mekar, Uzi, Dallin. Carlson or Love Lady. I just want to share with you a couple of things. And finally, Gerard Spurgeon, he's right there about that one over there. And then the next one I want to, this is very important for me, is I will move this on the right side. Here we go. It's the slap pass and the offensive side. So you can see the best defensemen really reach their teammates where are the dangerous zone to score a goal about that one over there. So that gives you an idea how this works. And finally, I'm going to give you the overall, the best defenseman with all different categories, and an offensive zone, on neutral zone, on defensive zone, plus overall, and come to Roman, Ozzy, Carlson, Pietrangelo, Makar, Riley, Girard, Lady, McEnroy, Hughes, Dallin, Fox, Crook, Edmund, Klenberg, Riley, Mike Riley for Boston, and then you have Jeff Petrie, Shabbat, Stevenson, Theodore, Sekachev, Ekblad, everything like that. So that gives you an idea who they are. That's what I said. Samuel Girard could be a great asset for the Montreal Canadiens. But again, Colorado think about that. They don't want him to get traded. Mike Riley better I thought, Michael Robinson. Yes, you're talking about Mike Riley, guys. He really changed when he left the Ottawa Senator. Remember, he came from Minnesota. It was not bad with the Montreal Canadiens. He can stock with many other defensemen around. But Mike Riley can carry on the puck more what we thought about this. I find it's funny what ESPN coverage Hockey Now. You still do not hear hockey coverage from the so-called popular show like a First Take. I wonder how this number are doing with ESPN and hockey. Yeah, we don't hear enough about that one over there. Honestly, for that part over for them about. So that gives you a little bit the defense side of the puck movement, everything like that. I want to share to you about this. Jose Riley and Makar, exactly. You can see, guys, they are the number one, the defensemen of the team, and they carry on the puck, and they are good on the offensive side. And that's the quarterback on power play and everything like that. So that gives you an idea, honestly, how this works as the best defenseman in NHL so far. So last night we have 4 games. Hold on. And I want to see Mr. Eagle, can you go live with me? Just testing something. I can show something. And you're going to see this really easy about that one over there. I'm going to put the link. You can click on it, Mr. Eagle, and you can join me if you want to. And we can go from there. Just do some tests about that. Victor Edmond, to me, as not the as good year on the standard. He has costly turnover this year as a bad defensive lap. Again, costing a game. Yes, he make a couple of mistakes. I saw him a couple of games. He make a couple of mistakes overall. 951, Jeff Petrie. Yes, really at the downhill of the hill at that moment. He's not going up. He's going down. Honestly, another bad performance about the Montreal Canadiens yesterday by a score 2-1 against the Vancouver Canucks. Guys, yesterday I was watching the staff, everything like that. 20 giveaway puck for both teams. 20 Montreal, 20 Vancouver. That's 40 giveaway puck. That's bad. And you know what I mean? Like, if you're Vancouver Canucks, say, oh, we beat Montreal, that's great. This is the first time Montreal lost against Vancouver in the last 19 games. They were 14-0-4 on the regular time. The last 18 games, Montreal win those games, or they lost in OTL. So that's what's happening. So 20 gave away puck to Montreal and 20 turn away puck for Vancouver. So you talk about bad execution, that's happening yesterday. They cannot execute absolutely nothing. The pass was not the tape to tape. They had not many chances. If you think about the game, if you watch the game, they had not many chances during the game. They had not many opportunities to score a goal, everything like that. And good morning, Andy Kuivula. And that's happening on that game over there. the 3 goal, right? The first one is on power play, but the 2 other goal, it was the turnover. Bo over that gave the puck in neutral zone for the goal for Drouin on the pass to Poland. And then the second goal of Vancouver, it came from Josh Anderson, pass back behind the gap over there. They were in Christmas giving mode. Absolutely right about that one in our tap. And, the funny thing about it, give me 10 minutes finishing lunch, not a problem, Eagle, about that one over there. The problem behind that, guys, is like they shot 42 shots against Montreal. Jake Allen, guys, he gave only 6 goals in the last 92 shots he faced so far. 5 goals. And, you know what I mean? Like 42 shots, 50 last game, the game prior. Montreal shot 34 shots yesterday, but he cannot create opportunities. Vancouver let them shooting most of the time outside the dots, outside the house, and Montreal was not really great to create a lot of opportunity around the net or get the rebound and try to get there maybe a couple of times, but not good enough at some point, and they miss again an opportunity. 0-2 on power play, and they are 1-2 on PK last night. They go save them last night. Montreal had better scoring opportunities. Compared to Vancouver, I would say to you, possible on opportunities, not on the shot. One thing I'm impressed by Jake Allen for the last 2 games, really controlling his rebound. Don't give a lot of rebound. Great on that one over there. And again, Montreal cannot take that opportunities. You can see Ben Sherry at one time. You have to put the puck on the top net, and then he was thinking about that. Caulfield fouled on the shooting puck, but not many around the net. A lot of rebound, maybe at the third period, 1 or 2 times. But Montreal gave 21 shots, guys, on the second period. That's the problem. And the first period, guys, the first 10 minutes, 11-1 shot for Vancouver. The last 10 minutes, it was 11-1 shot for Montreal. Really strange period at the beginning of the game. Montreal was not ready about that one over there. So that was the conclusion of the first game over there. I really believe, if you watch my video, how much I consider Ducharme is out coaching. Ducharme, he don't use his personnel player the right way. Ducharme don't adjust with the game. He have a difficult time to adjust, to change the system after 1 period, 2 period. And obviously, Ducharme with his other coach have a difficult time with the special team. Since the beginning of the year, I thought the power play Montreal would be fantastic this year, but they cannot do anything. And, that's not great. To be honest with you, it's going to be a long season, obviously, for the Montreal Canadiens. Now, for the second game, or the first game before that, it was the Buffalo versus the Seattle Kraken. And 7-4, I believe, the final score. And look, we thought it's going to be a low goal, a low game, under, not over. And what about Jared McCann with the Seattle Kraken? He had 10 goals so far. He missed a lot of games. And imagine he was with Pittsburgh. So the funny things, guys, 2 years ago, Toronto traded Kapanen to Pittsburgh. They got in return Rodriguez. This year, Pittsburgh traded McCann to Toronto. And Toronto sent back Rodriguez. Toronto put McCann on the waiver list, and now McCann play with Seattle. My point behind this is McCann have 10 goals, and Rodriguez is already at 9 goals. Imagine both of them with the Toronto Maple Leaf, or one of them with Toronto Maple Leaf. So it's funny that sometimes Toronto, the evaluation of the players at some point was missing that part of it. But I think what was coach said, I wonder what Montreal have to do is by trying me. Yeah, this is what he want BGM or coach. He said that this morning, create a lot of animosity on the social media, to be honest with you. Talking about this in our tap, in particular, where everybody else, I still have some people here. I want to mention one thing about this. I want to give you some name here. We know Matthew Dash is on maybe the front runner over there. We talk about Martin Mayton Jr. over there. We talk about Daniel Brière. Also, I will give you a couple more names. Stéphane Robidas. Stéphane Robidas is a former Toronto Maple Leafs director of the development players at that moment. He was before that. You have Patrick Roy over there. They have some agent, Pat Brisson, J.P. Barry, in Emily Dastongue. She was the first woman to do that. But I'm going to give you my wild card about that one over there. Scott White. Scott White for me is nobody will talk about this, but Scott White he was born in Quebec. He was with the Texas Star, with the American Hockey League. He reached 3 times the final, the Calder Cup final with the Texas Star, right? And he was also assistant coach in NCAA level of the ECHL, the EHL, and now the NHL. He was also assistant general manager. And finally, he works with Jeff Gordon at some point. Glenn Sadler, it was the general manager for the New York Rangers. Scott White, he was working with him. Also, Martin Lapointe is another guy inside the equation over there. Oleg Kolesnikov in the house. Don't forget to click on the likes. So that's what, we'll be interested in how long they would take to find one. I don't think so. They have to rush anything for sure. But it will be interesting about that one over there. So the Seattle Kraken, guys, 7-4. Buffalo right now, like I said, they struggle. Whatever they beat, they beat Montreal Canadiens. The last 15 games, I think they have only 3 W over there. But again, Brendan Danev, guys, have already 9 goals with 8 goals with the Seattle Kraken. And then Mason Appleton scored his first 2 goals of the season with them. And, we complain a lot about Jeff Skinner. And Jeff Skinner have 8 goals with the Buffalo Sabres. And finally, we have Jarrett Schwartz scored 5 goals. Jordan Eberle was... he was, after the game, got COVID-19, looked like, so he's going to be out. But he's on the protocol, maybe for 1 day, whatever it is. Drager was between the pipe over there, was only 8.89 yesterday. And for the Buffalo, Tokarski now is getting to be Tokarski, only 8.05 or 8.06. What about the Arizona guys? Again, the Winnipeg Jets. Unbelievable. That game, guys, I don't know what's going on with the Winnipeg Jets, to be honest with you. I don't know. I have no clue about that one over there for sure. Do you have the Canadian reverse retro jersey? The one they have, I believe, is the Navy one. If I can record it, maybe in our tab, we can talk about this. I think that's the Navy one. That's the only thing I'm thinking right now in my head, the retro jersey. But I could be wrong, Donnell. First of all, thanks for joining us. But maybe someone inside the chat can mention about that one over there. 951, Hockey Stat Dude picks our Blues, Coyotes, Carolina. I say no to the Coyotes. For tonight, I like the chemistry, by the way, Drouin and Poland. I agree with you about that. Yes, he said so. Donald is the blue jersey. They have the white and the red, and they create another one. It's a blue navy jersey with a red and the white, honestly. And that's the retro jersey, Donald, for the Montreal Canadiens. Yeah, exactly. Good morning, Ron Whitkins, 20. So back again on the game, 2-1 yesterday from 1-0 Arizona guy. Over 40 shot on the rookie goaltender Vejmelka. Amazing performance. But again, the problem for the Winnipeg yesterday, guys, they cannot score. They cannot score. They cannot score. 0-6 guy on power play. 0-6. Antoine Roussel scored the 3rd goal of the season for him. Eriksson uh, Leo Bushkin have an assist on that one over there at 17:59 at the second period. That's the only one. Guys, the shot of 46 versus 15. Unbelievable performance of the goaltender for the Arizona uh, Vejmelka, honestly, and Winnipeg does not do anything. That's the problem. They cannot do anything this year so far. They cannot score. Sheffley, I believe, had 2 goals, and Wheeler had 0 goal. So, that's a very difficult time right now for the Winnipeg Jets about that. I think he asking if you own a reverse jersey culture. Oh, if I got that one, no, I don't have the blue one. I apologize. Um, trying to read it. Do you have? Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I don't. I don't. I apologize for that one over there. So that's what happened about that game, Arizona, and of course the Winnipeg Jets. And then the last game after that, when we did the last game, and it was the Calgary against Pittsburgh Penguins. Look, that game was strange a little bit. Not many goals, but a couple of opportunities. Jarry was unbelievable again. Max Strong was unbelievable again. Imagine where they would be without Hellebuck in our top. I'm sure I agree with you about that one over there in our top. That game, Pittsburgh and Calgary, I watched when we left here. I continued to do some work, but I watched the game and I want to reach Eagle on his streaming. I knew he was doing that game. I think he took 8 or 9 round on the shootout to finally get a goal and the Calgary win tonight. So that's what happening. So we're testing tonight. We are testing right now with a goal to show to him how this works. And let me try to get him. We're going to put right here. Here we go. You are maybe mute.
Hello, Mr. Coach French. How
Here
you
we
doing?
go. That's how it works, my friend. That's easy.
Yes,
That's
yes.
easy. How was your evening?
Oh my gosh. Between that game last night between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Flames was just outstanding. Beautiful hockey to watch. It was really the first three periods. It was like until Pittsburgh got that power play goal, and then when they got to overtime, it was a back and forth, and then when we got to the shootout, it was very amazing. It was a very amazing stream, and I thank you for bringing your audience over to my channel, and also, um, please, please go over and subscribe to the coach. Please do, because without the coach, man, I would not be I would not be as successful doing my hockey coverage. And I'd like to thank you personally on screen right now. So thank you, Coach.
You're welcome, my friend. You did a good job yesterday, by the way. So I know you got a couple of subscribers. It was funny because I was doing some homework and then I was watching the game with you, and then you can see people from the chat we have here. Usually Kelly, CG was there, and then Adam show up on your chat. So it was pretty funny to see that
Give me 1 minute.
about that one over there. So it was good to see that. Do you follow the Capital City Challenge? I don't. WST, unfortunately, I don't follow the Capital City Challenge. The shootout was intense. Yes, it was really intense about that one over there. Mr. Enotab said, hello, Frank. So, hello, Frank, about that one
Oh,
over there. Coach is the goat. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
yes,
Before
sir.
it was not like we talked to show up here, but I know that Tampa Bay played tonight. So, any insight what's going on with the Tampa Bay tonight? What is your expectation, prediction, and maybe some injury, whatever is going on over there?
From my short sights of it, I think really Tampa has to take care of the puck, and they have to do better with puck handling, the puck passing. If you watch through their games, they have had a lot of bad turnovers towards their own neutral side of the ice. Um, I feel like Victor Hedman really has to step his game up. According to your chart, you can see it through your chart right there that the proof is right there. Um, I think it's more of a chemistry thing. We lost a lot of players through the cap casualty in the off season, so we have a lot of new pieces. We're trying to move around. I think we'll be okay. We're very well coached. We have a very fantastic front office. I think we'll be just fine. But for Tampa Bay, though, we need some more opportunity on the offensive side. We really need to start pushing it on the offensive tempo. Because I really think some of these games we cannot let get away from us, like the one against the Wild. I think we were right there. Vasilevsky had a nice game, but there's so much that he can do before the scoring starts happening for the other side. So I think this will be a nice chance for Tampa Bay to bounce back today against the Blues. We'll see what happens. So.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about this. I think Tampa Bay because without Cernak, Kucherov, and also a Brendan Point, I think they have to go from reverse. So I'm talking about play well on the defensive side, low scoring, and then to be sure like a Stenko, Cyril Lee, other players step up to get those goals. But they don't have that kind of team right now to can score 5, 6 goals without the two big major offensive player on that one over there. So I expect about that one of them. Now, everybody like in our top struggle to make some prediction. 951 try to make some money, and everybody don't understand why. How did you select the Arizona Coyotes?
Gosh. Well, Coach, I said to you in the chats, if you follow the chats, I was just gonna, sorry, why Tampa Bay over the Florida Panthers? Because that goes actually back to my football roots. I lived half my life in New York City and most of my life in Florida. So half my teams reside in New York and half my teams reside in New York, New York and Florida. So I picked the Tampa Bay over the Florida Panthers is because I reside closer to Tampa Bay, and I fell in love with them around 2010, and I haven't turned my back ever since. It's been a pretty good choice to say the least. So I if there's one sports town I dislike, it's the Miami sports town. It's just a little personal grudge, because I'm a
So
New York Jets
to be
football
in Tampa
fan.
Bay, you follow a lot the New York Jets, but why not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Because you don't like Tom
um,
Brady because he was a New York.
well, my first love of sports was football, wrestling, basketball, baseball. Then you go down the line. I didn't follow hockey until the 2010s. I got into hockey because I wanted to get into something new. I followed hockey. I started to follow the chats. I started to follow the games. Because mainstream media doesn't do too much of a good job showing off, hockey. It's not there front and center page. So I start to follow hockey a little bit. I'm like, wow, I really like this sport. They start to hit a lot. They play hard. They play a lot of games. They'll make up. It's not as much media attention towards hockey and the players and the hard work they do on the ice. They don't get as paid as much as NFL players, all around the sports. I respect hockey culture. I respect the hockey fans. It's amazing. It's an amazing sport. It's becoming one of my favorite sports. Like it's starting to get up there in the upper tier list. It really is. But
So you have right now a YouTube channel. So that first thing. So everybody who wants to subscribe to a YouTube channel. It's called the Eagles Fang Sports. That first thing about that. The second thing, how long do you do that?
look, covering hockey. I just started covering hockey this year. I got into YouTube just 3 months ago. I just started covering sports. A good friend of mine, he's wanted me to do broadcasting for a long time on YouTube. The only problem I've always had doing the YouTube thing is like if I mispronounce the names and get the wrong names, it was a confidence thing. And I just said to myself, let me give this thing a try. I might not be the best at doing the coverage, which I'm not. That's why I leave it to the experts like you, coach. But I work in, it's like a process. Every day I work hard. You try to get familiarized with the other teams. This is why when people stop on my channel, I tell them who your favorite teams are. Let me know who your favorite players are. Let me know about your sports talent, your culture over there, where you're from, because it helps me become a better YouTuber and it helps me understand my audience much better. So you know
So how long do
that's
you do that YouTube channel?
I've been on YouTube for a while, but I've only done this for 4 months. 4 months, and
Awesome.
four. Yes.
951, he asked again, so Coach asked you why Coyotes last night.
And I was just every time the Coyotes games will come up, I was just pick them as an upset. I was just hoping that they win. That's the honest truth. But they actually did win, and that's props to the Coyotes. I had someone ask me in my chat, like, why did the Coyotes win? Like, they're so bad. I'm like, that doesn't matter. In the end of the day, they're all fighting for their jobs. They're all fighting for their livelihoods in any given hockey game. This is why you never take advantage. You never take your eyes off the ball because you can lose. I mean, that's
Mr.
the way
Enotan
it goes.
mentioned to you, are you a Ray fans? Tampa Bay Rays.
No. Smartly, I picked. This is my sports teams here. When it comes to New York, I love my New York Jets. And baseball, I love the New York Yankees. And Florida, I love my Orlando Magic, and I love my Tampa Bay Lightning. So,
That's awesome to hear that about that one there. What is the most ranked? Any update on Kishara returning soon?
Kulutrov, it seems like he's rehabbing pretty well, but I think the team's worried about him with it's I don't think it's a minor setback, but according to the last report I read from him, he's progressing okay. He just has to take it easy, try to rehab. It's no rush. I think Tampa Bay. I'm not saying this because I'm a cocky Tampa Bay fan, but I still think they'll be in the playoffs. But they just need him to come off, slowly because he's been injured and banged up the last 2 seasons. So they really need him really badly.
They expect, Giamo said, Brent Elliott goalie start. Elliott will start Tuesday in St. Louis.
Well, we'll probably have ourselves a back and forth game, won't we?
The first
um,
thing also, Brent Elliott, I think he was a goaltender in the St. Louis Blues for a few years with Jake Allen, right?
yeah.
So he just come back home and they have an opportunity to play in front of his crowd. Everything that he played in the past. So that's what happening about that. Thank you so much, Ryan Kirk, about your question. What your expectation? How long Brandon Point will be out? Do you know exactly what's going on with Brandon Point?
Well, he took I forgot what game it was. He took a bad tumble. He was trying to save himself. He took a dive. He was trying to prevent himself from crashing through the wall, and he got hit. I believe it was in the shoulder. He got banged up really bad. So he'll be out probably for the next few weeks, and that's pretty bad news for Tampa Bay because we can't afford any more injuries. And plus, I think we got a little banged up against the Seattle Kraken too, because they are a very physical hockey team. Like I didn't expect what the Seattle Kraken was offering. Look at Seattle Kraken now. Like it seems like they're starting to figure this thing out. They're looking very good.
Yeah, Farrell, I must ask you a question about the King. I can answer for this. Byfield still a couple of weeks for sure, maybe 1 more month to 6 weeks. Dottie's skating right now with the Kings, so he's going to return very soon. Expect him very soon. Villardi is by now with the American Hockey League, play in American Hockey League, and Walker is out for the year with the ECL, Farrell. So that's the situation with that part over there. Dowdy, he skate no contact jersey last week. So I don't know exactly when he'll be back. When it may be this week or next week. Dowdy could be at until next week, and Byfield should be in December. Ron Quinn 20. Thank you so much. That's pretty good. What my analogy about what's going on with there, so it's pretty good. Speaking of bank up, Rosie taking bidding an American Hockey League Baby Vegas night. I heard about that. Rosie will be out for a couple of weeks. What I heard, and as we have Sratik in the house. They shocked the world. They win again the Florida, and also they beat the Carolina at home. Frank, can you see them making trade at the deadline? What position they are looking to both?
Um, I think they're gonna stick to what they have. I mean, really, I think they just need to get the team together. They need to get healthy. Clearly, I think they're gonna stand pat. I think they're right there on the borderline of the salary cap. So I think they're gonna stay where they are. They'll probably find some fresh buys to add on until Kucherov and the rest of our guys get back. So I don't expect Tampa Bay to make a lot of splashy or big moves. So.
Do you expect to maybe trade for the bottom six as a forward? And what Brisebois did last season, he traded a guy like Nick Foligno, not Nick Foligno, but David Savard, defenseman, but he retaining the money from otherwise. So he fit a $1.5 million inside the salary cap to do that one there. Now he was lucky because Stamkos and Kucherov was out in the lineup for until the end of the year. But do you believe they can do something like that, or do you think they will keep what they have right now with Maroon and Perry and Belmar?
I really think that I think my thing with Tampa Bay is they should just stick to what they have. I think honestly it's just the team. They need to get their team chemistry and gel because you can see it on the ice that clearly they're not the same team as they were in previous years. But I just don't see them making a splashy move. I think they're going to just stick with the core that they have now. And I think they shouldn't ruin it anyways. I think Coach Coop is going to figure a way to get these guys to play together. So I don't see any moves. Not any moves of any of importance. So
That's awesome. That's great to hear that. So, what is your plan of the day or tonight? What do you have to do? What are you going to do tonight?
well, so today I'm doing a doubleheader. I'll be calling my Tampa Bay Lion versus the St. Louis Blues at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Then shortly after the game, I'll be calling the Anaheim Ducks versus the LA Kings right after that game. So you
That's
get
awesome.
back to back. So,
That's great. I'll look forward to see you around tonight. I'll be stopped by when I have a chance to watching this. And look, it was really a pleasure to first of all to join us. And maybe we can do this every time, maybe one time, every 2 weeks, 1 week to talk about the Tampa Bay Lightning as an insider. Bring all the stuff about this. And final, before you go, what is your expectation for the Tampa Bay this year? Win the Stanley Cup a third time, or you feel like, or what a percentage you feel they're going to win?
um, I'm going to tell you it's a tough task. And the bottom line for Tampa Bay is if they're healthy, they're right there in the championship conversation. If they're not healthy, if they lose Kucherov and they lose their key core, I just don't see it happening. I love Captain Stamkos. I think Captain Stamkos has done a great job in the locker room. He's kept the guys playing hard, skating hard. But my expectation for Tampa Bay is get healthy. They really need to get healthy because
Uh,
right now they're banged up right now. So
Definitely
my
about that
apologies.
one over there. So Kisharov, everything like that. So thank you so much, Mr. Eagle Frank. Again, everybody, don't forget to subscribe to his YouTube channel. He sees the Eagle Frank Sport. That's the best way to do that. And like he does, like we do, he have a lot of game he does usually, the Tampa Bay and other game at some point. So we're going to see always him around. And now he become to put some great prediction. You should listening him because he makes sometimes some unique prediction. But he was right yesterday with Arizona against the Winnipeg by a score of 1-0. So thank you so much, sir. We wish you an amazing, great, blessing day. I look forward to seeing you next time, my friend.
Thank you for having me, Coach.
You're
I
welcome. Have
appreciate
a
being
good one.
on. You too.
Bye-bye. Here we go. It was our friend Eagle Frank Sport, just like you said, great collaborator for the Tampa Bay Lightning. He does all the live stream, everything like that, energetic with, enthusiasm when he does his stuff, so everything like that. So great to see him aboard. Ron said Dottie could come back tonight. That's what I heard about this king, but I was not sure it was confirmed. It's not the next couple of games, so it's great news, Farrell, for that one over there. You're welcome, Farrell. Good morning, Coach. Randy N in the house. Thanks for joining us this morning. Elliot in the net for the Bulls. I go Blues tonight, but I would think he is off of the roster tonight. Possible about that one over there. The Blues against the Bulls would be interesting to see that. The Blues guy, the line are Robert Thomas, Pavel Buchnevich, and also Tarasenko is on fire at that moment. The last 3 games, they are doing well. Buchnevich have about 13 points. The last 11 game is doing well. And Thomas, guys, one of the best surprise in the NHL right now. If you can see how he's doing well over there. So really interesting to send with Blues. We, inconsistency sometimes, but I think they play at home against the Bulls. I think you are maybe right in 9-5-1 about that game. I think the Blues can pick it up over there. So it'll be interesting to see that game over there. I'm still not sure if I'm doing the Washington Panthers tonight. About the game tonight, but maybe, I will decide this the next couple hours about that one. I think Washington is interesting. And one thing I want to mention to you is tonight we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 game per 8, 1-1. The Islanders, the Ducks are at the Kings tonight. Hurricane guys visit the Dallas Star. That's another game to follow up, I believe. Hurricanes struggled for the last 3 games, and the Star are on fire. I believe they won the last 4 games. And then the Blue Jackets visit the Predator Nashville, Tampa Bay at Blues. Sharks visit the Devils. And finally, the Capitals are in the Panthers. The Detroit are in Boston tonight, so that's another thing to watching for sure. Boston struggle a bit. And the Detroit on the road are not great like it was at home tonight. But I would I wish we have a pickup Thomas before season start. I think that was a great one. Love to come back on the Bulls and Ab coming up soon. We'll definitely talk about this for sure. I will watch the Dallas game. Yamo said tonight. That's a good game to watch for the Tampa Bay at some point. Possible. I'm still not sure, honestly. Possible game start at 8 as possible. The sad thing with the Ab is the few players who are playing well get no coverage on mention. One more thing about the Montreal Canadiens, guys. Someone can explain to me. Lehkonen played 11 minutes yesterday. I don't get it. Anybody can tell me why Lehkonen played 11 minutes? I don't get it. We have Kakkonen and net tonight versus Wedgwood 9-5-1. About that one over there. Al is the only game I got wrong. Eagle yesterday. Yes. You should never go against the Montreal Canadiens. I learned this yesterday about that one over there. So possible we go. I go Dallas, Tampa Bay tonight. Everything like that. So it would be interesting to see what we can do about this. So look, guys, that's to conclude another show of the morning skate. I don't know. At least DD is constantly play well, play less. I observe in our tap. I don't know if you prefer 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. If you can put this this week, all week, I'm going to do 12 o'clock. Possible Friday, I'm out because I have an engagement. I have a hockey tournament this weekend. I have to get somewhere Friday. Only in the morning. I'll be back the afternoon, evening with in our tap and the game the night. But the rest, like tomorrow and Thursday, I'm doing 12, and then I'm going to reevaluate. But I love the 12 o'clock for me. Michael could not do it before in the past because he worked early in the morning. But for me, 12 is better at 11 o'clock for me. So how much did Petrie play? He played another 22 minutes yesterday. The defensive, there was 22-23. Norlander played about 12 minutes yesterday. Awesome, amazing fan. You're welcome about that. K-Lot Sauce in the house. So guys, don't forget to click on the like before we go, and I will see you tonight at 5 o'clock with my tap for the warm-up show, prediction, fantasy hockey, of course, NHL news around the day, and will be 21:48. It was 22 minutes. I was good. I only got you Coyotes wrong. The interview on DSN Montreal, the hockey people agree with coach. The future I'm not getting on the ice time this season is lost. Remember to like the stream, everyone. Shredsik, thank you so much, Shredsik. Everybody, thanks for joining us. We'll be back also tomorrow morning for another The Morning Skate Show with Coach at 12 o'clock. Until then, we wish you an amazing, great, blessing day. And before, we want to remind you one more thing.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
Thank you again, everybody. I look forward to see you tonight at 5 o'clock with Tap. And until then, be well, be healthy. Have an amazing, great day, everybody.
What if I open my soul? Here I stand by myself.
Awesome. 951.
What if I lose all control?
You're welcome, Tap.
And take a step out into the unknown. Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? What's going on now? Is this
Have a good one, Richard. 951. And the Kuibula. Have a good one, Eagle. You're welcome, buddy.
I need to open my eyes and get a touch of that reality. Don't want another surprise. Just let me be. Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? What you started.